I think it's like 6 through 9, and then like I don't even know. There's like a 10, like somebody just that fucking strong. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't even know, but yeah, like that's basically how the hierarchy goes. And they find out that John, he is a high tier. Like he has like a 7 point something, right? And that's a little stronger than the king. So he whooped those first two niggas ass that the king had brought out there. And then him and the king had a one-on-one fight, and he whooped his ass. Like he whooped the king's ass like convincingly. And he told the king, he said if you try to tell anybody what happened here, then he said he was going to destroy the hierarchy at school. Basically, he was going to expose, bro. Like he's going to whoop his ass in front of the school. He said, if you tell anybody that I just whooped your ass, then I'm going to whoop your ass again in school, in public, basically.
Pretty much humiliate him.
Because the reason why, like the main reason why, is because he didn't want his best friend to know. Because his best friend doesn't know that he has abilities, and he thinks that if his best friend find out, then like she's gonna have all these negative thoughts about him and blah 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 blah. But really, he was just digging himself a deeper hole by not telling her, and all that came back to bite him in the ass later. But so now he has dirt on the king, right? So now he has dirt. So like when they're in school, he's like, he'll tell him like what to do. He like, all right. So the main thing that he said, so his best friend, right? She eventually she loses her abilities. Long story. So she lost her abilities. Right? She was like top 3 strongest in the school, right? Well, she is top 3 strongest. And she lost her ability. And the main protagonist, he still didn't show his ability to the school. So he's still perceived as a cripple. So he told the king, he's like, hey, please. He said, he didn't say please. He said, watch over her for me during school. And if you don't, then I'm gonna whoop your ass, basically, right? And then he said, if you don't, I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of school, so everybody will know. So then, he was being extra cautious of her, and like he was, in positions to where like she wouldn't know. Like if she was finna get into like a fight or something like that, then like he'll be there to stop them.
Yeah.
Cause like niggas is scared. Cause like niggas are scared of her and him. Like when people find out that she didn't have her abilities anymore, they went to go fuck her up. Like they kidnapped her. Like some of the students they kidnapped her and kept her overnight and whooped her ass because they didn't like the way she was treating them. And then basically the king, that nigga, he had enough. He said, if you want to protect her so bad, you do it. I don't give a fuck about her. You do it. And then eventually he took actions into his own hands. Like how I just said they kidnapped his best friend or whatever. So that was the final straw basically. So then he took things into his own hands and he started whooping niggas ass with a paper bag over his head. Like he really went around school, like people that was tormenting him and his best friend, he whooped their ass with a plastic bag on. Not plastic, but a paper bag. And people started calling him the Joker, because they got the king, which is the strongest nigga, the queen, which is the strongest female, and then there's a thing called like you got the jacks and all them. So your jacks is people that are in the circle of the strongest niggas in school, but there aren't 1 or 2. Right, and niggas didn't know who he was, so they started calling him the Joker. Cause Joker's a wild card and all that type of shit. Like it was actually ruled to whatever the fuck that game's called. And then eventually, so basically everybody like all the hierarchy in the school knew who it was. Like they knew who was out here whooping niggas' ass, but they couldn't do anything about it because he's stronger than all of them, right? So they all thought, they was like, you know what, we can't let him just ruin our school like this, because like people started taking advantage of him, because like nobody knew his true identity. Right. So people like mid tiers and low tiers started taking that as an advantage, because like niggas were terrified of him, because you know how terrifying it would be if people like basically like just like a random ass person just went around school and nobody knew who it was. Like the chaos and the panic that would cause, and like that's exactly what happened. Like students was taking advantage of it. Like students was putting bag over their heads and whooping niggas' ass for revenge and all that type of shit. Like just because. And
All right, second and goal. Made it up this far. I had a fucking 3rd and 15. I converted a little earlier. That's what.
And then everybody in the that was in the hierarchy at that school. So the king, queen, and I think there was 3 jacks. All 5 of them went to go face him, one-on-ones, give him the hands, try to, tell him, hey, you're not going to do this to our school, right?
Mm-hmm.
He whooped all of their ass in public at the school. Like, every student was there to watch, and he whooped all of their ass. And then he took over the school, and then his best friend found out that she had abilities. And, like, she wasn't mad at him, like, when she found out, but, like, she was mad that the power had gone to his head. Because at that point, to shield him from, like, the actual responsibility of, like, the fact that he just whooped everybody's ass, like, he kept reminding himself, like, he had to tell himself that it was their fault. Like, the reason why he's like this is because of them. And, to shield him from what he's actually doing. So, like, every time she told him, like, oh, it's okay, your power is okay, it's a good thing. And he was like, no, it's all their fault. And it really is. But, like, at a point, it did start to be his fault. Basically, that nigga just started whooping ass just because he could. And then once he started taking over the school, he just, like, he went back into his old habits. Like, he literally just started walking around school and whooping niggas' ass just because. Like, people said something bad about him. Like, somebody was like, oh, I don't like the way he runs things. They said, I wish it was back to the old ways it was. Like, when there was a hierarchy in the school. And he said, oh, you do. You don't like the way I run things. And he beat him half to death.
Oh, hell no.
Nigga walked up to him, punched him, and just repeatedly kept beating on him until he couldn't move anymore. And I loved it. I loved every segment. You know how good it felt to cheer for a protagonist that literally whoops niggas' ass until you're damn near dead?
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they think.
Good, Calais Campbell hurt.
We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Good shit, Kareem. PCL Spring will not be able to turn to the game. Good. Calais Campbell is hurt.
Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now
every time this nigga played me, somebody in his team get injured.
Escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So that's no abilities on his D-line? Nope. No abilities. Good.
And then what's it called? You know how I say everybody has abilities in the school?
Mm-hmm.
His abilities is basically it. Like if you use your ability against him, he can copy it and when he uses it, his abilities is stronger than yours. So like, let's say, all right, so there's one dude in the school. His ability is he can create any barrier around him or somebody else, and the barrier is nearly impenetrable because of how strong he is. And when they first fought, like I'm talking about the king, when they first fought, the protagonist, he used his same barrier against him. And the king, he noticed, he said, how come you using my ability, but his is stronger than mine? And like, what's called, like, that's just, like, that's his powers. Like, he can copy your ability and it's stronger than yours.
Sound like Sharingan.
Yeah.
They could copy your shit and do it shit better than you ever have.
Like, what's it called? After our games, I'm gonna send you a video of when he fought all of the hierarchy. So it was basically, it was a 1v5. I'm gonna send you that video, and I just want you to see how he just fucked up the whole school. Well, it's not the whole school, but the strongest in the school.
What's that, 4th and... Yeah, we get this. Bless you.
Thank you. Ah, shit, never mind, I can't. Well, I might be able to, I don't know. Because the person alright, so the reason why I found it was because I was watching this one dude, this one dude I watched, the Black Master, don't you?
Yeah.
He was reading it, and that's how I found out about it. But that shit was so good, I had to go read it myself. Like, I've downloaded the app and went to go read it myself. And he's not that far in the story.
He swatted it into his hands. Fuck. This nigga just got a pick 6 because it got tipped into somebody's hands.
What's the score?
It was 6-zip. I was making my way. I was damn near on the goal line for the second time.
So it was
12.
6. 12. He's going for 2s?
Yeah. He don't kick field goals.
I haven't played him so long. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I'm losing this game because of me. Well, that one right there, that was just bad luck. But that first time, I definitely probably could have scored, and that just didn't go my way. I could have played that a little better.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now. One's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Damn, he got robbed.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
Who's that?
Hmm?
That you sent?
That's Merwin. That's his character design. One of the best character designs I've seen in a while from the anime character. Especially antagonists. Most antagonists, at least to me, be a little dull. That's good defense. That's Chuck fucking Clark. He there. That's what just got that pick 6 was damn Chuck Clark. He got it because what's the name got tipped out. Somebody.
Bro, this nigga's so boring to play, bro, because he's so ass.
Good catch. Don play. Yeah, he ain't gonna be back by then. Way to get them feet in.
What'd you say?
I said Donovan play.
Oh no, Donovan no. He come back tomorrow.
He let him know?
No, I let him know. Well, he already knew before I told him, but yeah. Don just plays the CPU.
There we go. Touchdown, Peoples Jones. Good shit.
I asked him when he come back. He said his flight is at 10 tomorrow. 10 a.m.
Alright.
He said he's going to Apex this season. So I told him, I said, bet, you know I'm gonna be on.
I think everybody that plays Apex grinding it this season.
Somebody can share my pain of how shitty this game is.
I like it. I just don't like the situations we be in. Niggas be fourth partying, fifth partying. I hate it. That's the only thing I really hate. Other than that,
Man, fourth partying, fifth partying, 17th partying.
Yeah, I think the worst thing I've seen so far is when we was in that tunnel and every team in the world collapsed in that tunnel. I know you remember that. Great defense, Miles. Great defense, Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23.
Way to get back there, Jadavion. Yeah, Big Nick was stopping that run now. That's exactly why I like running it. He's still in the eye for him close. He definitely finna pass right here. Where you at, Odom? I need you. I was about to say, I hope he's not running. Lamar fumbled. That's what you get for scrambling with him, nigga. Oh God, J.K. Dobbins is not fucking hit sticking Myles Garrett, bro. The fuck, Myles Garrett pick up a fumble. You gonna tell me J.K. Dobbins pop him? Fuck out my face, bro. J.K. Dobbins folding Myles Garrett like that. Yeah, alright.
It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold and then the hits seem harder. So yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more. Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
That could have been a touchdown. My fault, Peoples Jones. My fault. I held X instead. It's about to be tie game. I was down 14 zip. It's 7-14. I'm in pretty much damn near on the goal line again. I already know he's going to his depth chart. He got to take that nigga out because Peoples Jones is fucking him up.
Well, he paused again.
Yeah, he paused it. That's how he going to his depth chart. I know that for a fact. Cause I don't know who it is. I don't know the nigga his number, nothing. But every time he's on somebody, because he plays man as he should. Cause this nigga team is like that defensively. Whoever's playing man. No, defensively, yeah. Especially, you know, he got obviously he got them they speed and shit up too. Yeah, I can see why he's playing man. I can't blame him. I had his team. I'll be playing man too. Shit.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Oh, I ain't see him right there. Good D. I don't know how y'all let Oway back there like that.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in this playoffs,
I hate this Browns O-line. It's annoying.
Right, because you said they just got high overalls, basically. They don't really go out.
Pretty much that's exactly what it is. Like they have high, and AJ was saying the same thing. Because when I had Pittsburgh, that D line was just literally killing his O-line.
Pittsburgh does have the best D line in the league, though.
I was about to say, I don't know about the best, but up there, most def.
What do you think got the best?
The best defensive line in the league?
Probably the 49ers.
When healthy, San Fran, yeah. I know Tampa Bay definitely up there for a fact. Call me crazy, I put New Orleans in the top tier. Like their defensive line has always been, at least for me. I'll put
they
them up
lost
there.
their all-star right in last season. I can't. And then they drafted a rookie to try and replace him.
All-star right in.
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, Trey. I'm thinking you was talking about Cam Jordan. I was about to say I know Cam Jordan ain't lead the Saints.
Trey Hendrickson, he went to the Bengals.
Sure
he led the league in sacks last year. And I think they couldn't sign him or some shit. I think like they lost him to a bidding war or they traded him 1-2.
That's a pick. Let's go.
No, they lost him. They just lost him in free agency. So yeah,
I got a
can't put him in
fucking
top
pick.
3.
Let's go, bruh. Let's go, red wine. He better keep running the ball because passing ain't his strong suit.
Top tier, Pittsburgh. Let's see. Pittsburgh, 49ers. LA with the Rams.
Touchdown, nigga. Come on, give me that lead.
You got the lead?
Yeah, 16-14, nigga. I just got another pick.
I'm shutting.
I came down. It was 14 zip. Now it's 17-14. I scored 17 points in a row. Don't ask me no questions. Just enjoy the show.
You know what? Just win the game. Just win the game.
Nigga over here acting confused and shit. Like I'm not at least somewhat decent at Madden. Somewhat.
No. I'm just confused on it. The last time you told me the score was when you threw that pick 6.
Yeah,
and
Chuck Clark got a pick 6.
Yeah, I didn't know you just scored 17 on the answer.
Ever since
because I didn't hear any. Let's go. That's a touchdown until now, and now you have.
Because it's the playoffs. I'm not happy till the job done. Shit, it's a close game. It ain't like I'm not gonna be celebrating this shit. This nigga know what he doing, but ever since I've been running big nickel, that run has been shut down, and he wasn't able to pass like that. He's still running stone close.
Oh wait, this Patriots nigga texting in the chat. He said, "Ed Bills is unreal."
That's what the Pat said.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You gonna run or you gonna pass this time? He running. His first touchdown is actually he got it with JK. He had ran. I think one of my fucking DBs or one of my deep safeties tripped over somebody. I was so pissed. Tripped over somebody trying to get to JK, but he got out of there. I already knew he was finna hit JK. Smart guy. I'm gonna put somebody up on JK. You ain't getting them short running back routes, if that's what you're thinking. I'm gonna stay in big nickel though, because any other defensive formation he's been killing. He's been killing 3-3-5. He's been killing everything I threw at him. So big nickel always been my bailout formation anyway. That's a nice ass route. Got a D up out there, Greedy Williams. Ah.
But first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays. Got a man, it's caught.
Who the fuck was supposed to be right there? John Johnson, you ass as fuck. Touchdown, Miles Boykin. Oh, he finally kicking a field goal for once.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal. And you mentioned the big play that got him down close.
Alright, 4-point game, 121 left, huh? Trying to calculate what the fuck I'm gonna do. I already know he finna kick to the right side of the field. Hopefully I get to anything over the 20. Alright. I'm gonna get over the 20 right here. But once I do. Alright, he ain't get his stick, ain't fumble. Alright. I'm not rushing to get up the field. We can definitely get there at a better pace than big arms deep out. One step, back of that. Okay. Good shit, Kareem.
For them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back to back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Play fake, Mayfield.
Good shit, Austin Hooper.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a
People
dent in
Jones ain't finna be open right here. I already
already
know
know
he ain't.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Let's go. Whoever that DB is, touchdown. Let's go. Had to score before half because he get ball at half. All right, we need some stops, D. All right, we up 3 going into half. Well, it's 49 seconds. Anything could happen, but I'm not going to assume the worst just yet. The most that I can allow is let this nigga get a field goal before half hit. And even then, I probably wouldn't be in the best situation. Alright, what's your score over there, Cornell?
56-0.
Ouch. Sound like an ass whooping.
It is.
You said 56. Yeah, that's more than just an ass whooping, but you get my memo. I formed close.
We're in the fourth quarter here. I'm putting 2 clock on.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're backing.
Good defense. Yeah, Stone. I mean, not Stone close. What's the name? Really been stopping the run. Big nickel.
Oh, he got a superstar, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
That's tough. Last time I played, he didn't have one.
Oh, J.K. didn't have a superstar last time you played him?
Nah, last time I played was the playoffs in last season. We didn't play in the regular season. He wasn't on my schedule.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to
got something for that. Got something for that. Got something for that. Alright.
I'm gonna be honest, you can run, man. I guess so. If you want to, if you're comfortable with it.
Nah. I got fast
You have
DBs,
Denzel.
but hey, I'll take your advice, son. Denzel and Greedy, actually, but shit.
Make sure Denzel's on them at all times. Shit.
Oh, most def. I put my shit by speed always. I damn near sacked Lamar too, or at least forced to throw out a what's the name? Sack.
They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Y'all niggas gotta press.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Way to get back there, Myles Garrett.
And taken down. Back right around the
Way to get fucking back there, bro.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right, right here I'm gonna run cover 3.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he nearly got the first himself.
Oh yeah, that's halftime. He couldn't score because he wasted all his timeouts. All right, halftime. I'm up 3. Got to get right back on defense anyway.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Coach Schmidt for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
All right, let's go again, defense. Let's do it.
Set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game
we got to get there.
Distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive.
Way to get that, Miles.
We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Way to get back there, D. You got to sack him, though, bro. Come on, Miles. Now it's 4th and 5. It could have been like 4th and at least 15. We got that sack off.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Jackson now.
He got the first. Holly fucking Wood. And Hollywood got route tech. Denzel has no ability.
And it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really
2nd and 2.
athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He goes full.
He threw it to Hollywood before he even ran his route. That's why I don't want to play man, bro.
Move the chains.
He gonna kill Denzel off that route tech. Denzel don't have no ability at all.
Without the catch. Hence,
You shadow it. Always shadow Hollywood.
And he got it.
I'll do what I can.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on
Yeah, he's not throwing that.
flushed out right.
That's a touchdown. I don't know who was on him. How you got burnt off that?
Miles Boykin, his second touchdown of the night. As his
One of my niggas just got hit off some little route he did with
we often laugh and
I don't even know who Brett is.
insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14.
They ain't finna hit stick him and make him fumble.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 23-yard
Good shit, Austin Hooper.
Tight end out on the right side. He takes us beyond
All right, I'm
the
13 for 19, 299 yards with
Capture this wild
your
card
boy
game.
Baker.
Goes for a first down. On the ground, it's Joe. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
And again, it's Joe.
Damn, he got back there.
This all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Good shit, Odell. Good shit.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 more yards on that one.
Good shit, Mr. Chubb.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one.
Damn, y'all niggas can't hold blocks to save y'all lives, can y'all?
That's a good start for him.
Jesus.
Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh my fucking.
This is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt.
That's touchdown.
And he'll take it into the end zone.
Good shit, Kareem.
An 8-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point
Yes, I'll get what
lead.
you're looking for.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
Damn, he got fucked up by JK.
Before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Denzel's getting fucked up off that.
Touchdown. 15-yard touchdown ground. As his guys have now moved out in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. 26-yard
line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Good shit, Nick.
Shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mayfield on first down.
Good catch, Austin.
And this will be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now 4th down.
Fourth down, Mayfield. That is caught
Fuck.
inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try to run.
Oh, he ran commit.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he'll go
Going for our field goal, fuck it.
20-yard line. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
A 37-yard.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Flush to his right. He's going to find his tight end Boyle.
Man, you got to make him fumble off that.
Before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Browns 34.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, first and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's third down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield.
That was forced as hell. Thank God it wasn't a pick. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Go for it.
Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down.
3 plays and out. It's fourth down.
Mayfield.
That's boxed.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
And we'll see if they can do it here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And one of the whistles for timeout.
8 yards.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. You got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it.
This nigga watching wilding out.
Look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for my partner. Charles Davis and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.